my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here, and beekos, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. So, in the last one, beekos, we defeated Euraxia and ascended our ally Khamira to the throne, as she's the rightful queen of Eylswere and, by extension, Rimmon. Now, I'd also like to point out, I have my webcam back. I always had it. It's just I haven't had my computer that I clip it on because I had to go buy a new one. The other one was shitty, which is why I haven't uploaded any of my past streams, until today. So, yeah, that's fun. All those are uploading, and soon this one will be uploading with them. But anyway, let's go see what Her Royal Majesty has for us this time.
Euraxia hoped to appease the dragons by assassinating the last dragon guard of Eylswere. He died, but at least you acquired the Anequina Dragonhorn and avenged his death. Now, if we only knew what to do with the damn thing.
It makes noise like any other horn, right?
I know how a horn works, Fiveclaw, but this is a relic of ancient magic. I do not want to damage it before we learn the true significance of its power. I will have Tarn do more research. In the meantime, we have another matter to deal with.
Another matter?
Cadwell's visions strike more frequently now, with more urgency. Tarn believes Zumog Phoom is close to reassembling Cadwell's dismembered body. I want you to stop him. The betrayer of legend must not be reborn.
I'll find Zumog Phoom and stop him from reassembling the betrayer.
Abner Tarn checks on Cadwell regularly. Find them and see if they can tell you where Zumog Phoom hides. Meanwhile, I will consult with Gareshri, review the Kunzari stories before we task Tarn with learning more about the Dragonhorn.
You must know something about the Anequian Dragonhorn.
A little. There was a similar relic at Starhaven Adeptorium, but I never gave it much thought. It was just there, another memento of a mostly forgotten past. The one you brought us, it bears the name of Anequina.
What's the significance of Anequia?
Anequina is the name of our kingdom, the northern half of Eylswere. It grew out of one of the 16 original prides and was named after my ancestor, Anequina Sharptongue. She was one of the ancient heroes, a member of Kunzari's Krajun.
Do you think this really has something to do with the legends of Kunzari?
Legends and myths make up a great part of who we are, Fiveclaw. For the Khajiit, the truth of our stories is the truth, pure and simple. The return of the dragons began with the tales of Kunzari, and I expect it to end there as well.
Is the Dragonhorn part of the story?
No. Kunzari and his company of heroes predate the arrival of the Akaviri and Tamriel. It was the Akaviri who gave rise to the Dragon Guard and revealed the secrets of the Dragonhorn. As I understand it, the Starhaven Dragonhorn was a gift.
A gift?
From the ancient order of the Dragon Guard, if I remember what the adept at Starhaven once told me. I assume the same is true of the Anequina Dragonhorn. It's too bad that Dragon Guard you met did not live long enough to tell you more.
Alright, let's go find Abner Tharn and see what he wants.
Hold, varlet! Don't you dare attach that foot to my ankle.
This is Cadwell's longest episode yet. Perhaps I can...
That's it! Time to give you knaves what for.
These are visions. Dismembered bodies. I hate necromancy. Cadwell trusts you, Fiveclaw.
Speak up! I'm about to teach Galleons a valuable lesson, and yes, I plan to make it hurt.
Cadwell, it's me. What's going on?
Ah, jolly good. I could use a noble squire for the battle ahead. Ahead? Anyway, Zumog Phoom has gathered the dismembered parts of the betrayer's body. I can't allow the necromancer to put me, back together.
Cadwell, what are you seeing? Where is Zumog Phoom?
I'm not entirely certain. It's definitely a dark, menacing cavern. Just the sort of place necromancers enjoy hanging around. Oh! Here now! Stop that! Your pardon, noble squire, but I have to go kick myself in the head.
Cadwell, wait!
I'm off to put a stop to these dastardly villains.
Tarn, can you determine where Cadwell disappeared to?
Of all the foolish, idiotic, misguided things that Cadwell has ever done, this may be the worst of them all. He fancies himself a hero, but he's given Zumog Phoom exactly what he needed.
What do you mean? Why does Zumog Phoom need Cadwell?
I'm no expert on necromancy, but it's obvious that our Cadwell is the last piece Zumog Phoom needs to restore the betrayer. He has all the parts of Cadwell's dismembered body, and now Cadwell has handed him the final component. His very essence.
Cadwell's essence? You mean his soul?
Does a soul shriven have a soul? I have no idea how the philosophy of oblivion accounts for such things, but there must be some kernel of the original Cadwell inside the one we know. It stands to reason. The necromancer would need that as well.
How do we help Cadwell? We don't even know where he went.
I managed to scry Cadwell's portal before it winked out. It connected to an ancient crypt in the Scar, not far from the Stitches. Head there immediately. The rest of us will make preparations and join you if we can.
I'll find Zumog Phoom's lair in the Scar and meet you there. Alright, let's go to Zumog Phoom's lair and beat his butt. Okay, now it's above. What the fuck?
Your time. Let's talk. Travel never used to take this much out of me. Oh well. Now that you're here, we can begin our investigation of the crypt.
Where are Zamorak and Prefect Callow? I thought they were going to meet us
The
here.
adept and the prefect volunteered to scout ahead. They haven't returned. That means it's up to us. We must stop Zumog Phoom from reanimating Cadwell the Betrayer.
You think something happened to Zamorak and Callow?
Something has prevented them from returning. I can only assume the necromancers or their undead have done them in. Where they were forestalled, we must prevail. Otherwise, Zumog Phoom and the dragons get one step closer to fulfilling their plans.
Alright, let's go. Oh, fun times, fun times.
Cadwell, what happened to
Spot? I'm afraid I bungled this one royally, old friend.
Cadwell, tell me what
I
happened.
opened a portal. Meant to put the villainous Zumog Phoom to the sword. He got the better of me. The necromancer stole my essence, flung it to assorted ritual sites throughout the lair. Now I'm weak and my old body is being restored.
What about Zamorak and Prefect Callio? Have you seen
The
them?
big cat and the Imperial. They arrived shortly after I did, but they didn't fare much better. I'm not sure what Zumog Phoom did with them. I've just been standing here trying to recover enough strength to give it another go.
Maybe we can recover your stolen energy. Either way, we need to stop Zumog Phoom.
Charge me up again? Capital idea, and I agree. We can't let the betrayer join the dragons. That reminds me of a time. No. Can't think. Too weak. I'll stand with you as long as I can. Could use a bit of a lie down, though.
I understand the whole losing energy thing. I haven't really had a lot of energy since I've been sick with COVID. It's like, the recovery process is...
You left us to die, Kalo.
Our blood is on your hands.
No! I won't allow you to interfere with the ritual! Less from your boat! That glowing cloud. It's holding this ritual together.
How refreshing. Let's find the rest of me and put it back where it belongs.
You were never strong enough, Zamorak. I died because you were weak. Praying to the moons will save you, cat.
Zamorak failed. Again.
Ah, welcome back, little energy. I missed you so.
You're a senile old fool, half-brother. How could you be so reckless? The dragons are your fault!
Your past will destroy you, Thorn.
Get rid of that damn cloud! Oh, that hits a spot. Did you know I used to be a High Chancellor? No, wait. No, that bit belongs to Abner.
Oh, Cadwell. I love you.
Five Claw. This one doesn't have much time. Nalado should not be here. This one should be prowling the sand behind the stars and preparing for the next pounce, not lingering in this fetid tomb.
Why are you here, Naladu?
Zumog Phoom called Nalado back. He planned to use her in a foul ritual. But dead or no, Nalado is still a soldier. His follower never stood a chance. This one sensed something. Decided to wait here a little longer.
The ritual was using Cadwell's energy. What happened to it?
Nalado thought the cloud of energy reminded her of the strange knight adorned in cookware. This one thinks she absorbed the energy when she killed the necromancer and disrupted this part of the ritual.
Can you return the energy to Cadwell?
Return it? Perhaps, though that will certainly shred this spirit form. No matter, Nalado no longer belongs in this realm. Tell Queen Khamira and Garashri that Nalado says farewell. Now, prepare yourself, strange knight. This belongs to you.
Rest easy, Naladu. Alright, time to beat his ass.
You really think you can stop me? Neither you nor that bumbling corpse stand a chance.
I never. I'll have you know, I'm barely 1/4
Your
of
life
the
is mine, outsider! Two of you can't exist in the same reality, so rise and destroy my minions! Let the essence of death flow free!
There you go.
I'm fading away. Oh, jolly good shell. Of course I planned to deal with the orc myself once my reanimation was complete. Now that I'm whole, I have a destiny to fulfill. So, cheerio. I always heard that introspection could be difficult, but meeting yourself, no one likes to discover that they were a tallow catch. Try not to hold it against me. Him and me were two sides of a dented coin.
Cadwell, what's wrong with you?
I don't think the world can handle more than one Cadwell at a time. My essence, I feel it draining away. Strange as the end approaches, so does clarity. You will try to stop him for me, won't you?
Stop him? What's the betrayer planning to do?
Finish what I started a long, long time ago. I remember how we stopped the dragons. Kunzari and I, we tricked Count Gronti, used his own ambition against him, convinced him to place a portion of his power in Jode's core.
How did that stop the dragons?
Count Gronti ordered his brothers to follow suit. Once weakened, we were able to trap them in the halls of Colossus. Then the betrayer, then I killed Kunzari. I earned that name. I planned to steal the power, but Anequina's adepts...
Cadwell, stay with me.
I'm still here. Khamira, she looks like Anequina. So pretty. Anequina possessed a key to a special place. That's where I learned to use portals. Luckily, they cut off my head and dismembered me before I could reach Jode's core.
Cadwell, can you hear me?
I guess you have to chop him up again. Tell Khamira she has the key, and look out for the little honor.
That motherfucker! The betrayer is going to die. I guarantee it. We're gonna beat the betrayer's fucking ass into oblivion and back.
A moon priest. Could that be the key to using the dragon horn?
The same notion occurred to me, Queen Khamira.
Wait, here comes Tarn and the others. Five Claw, talk to me. I am happy to see you and the others, Five Claw, and I'm eager to hear what happened. Wait, where is Cadwell?
Cadwell faded away. We stopped Zumog Phoom, but not before he reanimated the betrayer.
That does not bode well. The betrayer of Kunzari was a great hero who became a terrible villain. It took all the remaining champions and the moon priests of Anequina to stop him. But how does the betrayer's return help the dragons?
Cadwell began to remember. He said the betrayer seeks a special place to find Jode's core.
A special place? That does not give us a lot of information to go on, Five Claw. Did Cadwell tell you anything else before he disappeared?
He talked about Anequia and the dragon's imprisonment. He said you possessed the key.
The ancient legends. I have been studying them. They mention Jode's core, a vault of some kind. Kunzari tricked the demons into storing their power there, though now we know that the demons were dragons. A metaphor, yes? As for a key...
Do you know what Cadwell was talking about?
Everyone, meet in the royal study. I have something to show you. Cadwell spoke of Anequina, one of Kunzari's champions. He mentioned a key. I think he meant my pendant.
Zamorak remembers. Your mother wore it before you. Does it have more than sentimental significance?
It hides me from magical detection. Mother would take my pendant in her hand and whisper, "When Kunzari smiled, Anequina asked the moons to move for him."
The Shadow Dance Temple ruins? Is that where the betrayer has gone?
I discovered as a young girl that the pendant and this ancient map interact in interesting ways. I learned the stories of Kunzari from my mother. Did I tell you she was a moon singer before she married my father? She said the pendant once belonged to Anequina. I am related to Anequina. Direct descendant, according to the moon priests.
The location indicated on the map. What is that place?
An ancient ruin. The place was once the Shadow Dance Temple, but now it is nothing but tumbled stones. Still, Cadwell indicated the pendant was the key to finding the betrayer. What else do we have to go on?
You said your mother told you that Anequia could make the move for Kunzari.
Yes, from Kunzari's story. He tricked the demons into giving their power. Then, Anequina moved the moon so he could store the power in Jode for safekeeping. Of course, now we know the demons of the story were actually the dragons.
Could that be what Cadwell was talking about? Tell me the rest of the story.
In their weakened state, Kunzari was able to trick the dragons and trap them in the halls of Colossus. But one of his companions betrayed him, stabbed him in the back, and went to the place for dance to steal the demon power.
That sounds like the Shadow ruins. I guess we need to investigate the place.
I think you are right, Five Claw. The betrayer must want to finish what he started in the ancient time. But the dragons also want that power. Are they working together? Either way, we need to get to the temple ruins.
Where is the Shadow ruins?
As we saw on the map, the ruins lie in the foothills east of Gar, between Orcrest and the town of Hakoshe. We will meet you there.
Of course there's no way Shrine by it. Not happy.
We need to send your Cygnus irregulars to the Moon Gate, Prefect Kalo.
Agreed. Perhaps. I always knew that fighting the Iraxians side by side someday.
Personally, me, I hate going through the Elsewhere storyline again because On the one hand, I like that they, I like what they did where we learn more about what Cadwell was like before he became a Soul Shriven. On the other hand, they did him dirty by making him a villain. Like, that really hurts my feelings. I mean, it's like, you could have done anything. You could have made him a valiant hero. Like what he believes himself to be, but the fact that they made him a villain, it just hurts my feelings. Because that's just not how I know Cadwell. That's not how we know Cadwell.
Yeah.
It's just very upsetting. That he was a villain in life. I don't know, I just... I just wish they did something different with his character rather than making him a vile villain.
We must do something about the water, Siluju. If you would just...
No adept can face the wastes alone, child. This one insists. Stay.
Hey, something's telling me that we're almost done with Eylswere, so once we're done with Northern Eylswere, we'll move on to Southern Eylswere, and then eventually do Greymoor. And I'd like to remind people that in Greymoor, you will not see my Argonian character. Greymoor is all about the vampires and wolves and such. So I will be playing through Greymoor on my vampire necromancer character so that we get unique dialogue and hopefully experiences. Considering he's a vampire and all, and then I'll go through Greymoor on Ogel Grill here off camera so that we have everything, and it's, yeah. There might not be too much unique dialogue, but I want unique dialogue nonetheless.
Come for you inside. If the drag overhead...
If there is more to this ancient
Yes, I'm
temple,
sure your fists will
I
make
do not
all
see a
the
way.
difference.
This is the right place. I can sense it. But nothing in this chamber looks like it can make the moons move or open a path to Joan or Jode. What are we missing, Fiveclaw?
Cadwell said your pendant was the key.
And Riddlethar knows I have tried everything I can think of. I held it out. I presented it forcefully. I even vigorously, but nothing happened. I do not know what else to do.
You said your mother would sometimes hold it and tell you stories. Maybe something she said.
My memories and the Kunzari stories, everything jumbled together. Too much research has crowded my mind. Wait, maybe... I remember one thing Mother used to say. Maybe if I read her words while I hold the pendant.
It couldn't hurt to give it a
When
try.
Mequina's blood calls, the shadow dance begins.
By the moons, you opened the path.
You go ahead. Zamorak and I...
Alright.
beautiful. Why was this hidden for so long? The betrayer sent that relic. See what you can make of it, Violet.
Okay, he's not facing the way I thought he was.
Sir Kratos, you're part of Kunzari's Kraz. Why are you doing this?
I want what Kunzari hid away, and I need to move the moons to reach it. If a few cats must die along the way, what of it?
You're insane!
You talk to your new god like that? Manners!
The temple. It shows us how the betrayer became attuned. Another temple relic. Activate for me, Bifro.
It's almost a shame how Enequida's faithful keep throwing themselves at my blade. Almost.
Relic. There it is. Activate it, please.
Where is she? There she is.
The ancient memories become clearer in my mind with every passing moment. We follow the same path as the heroes of legend. Kunzari, Anequina, the betrayer, they all walked these steps to reach Jode's core.
Tell me everything the attuned memories have shown you.
I see the truth of the myths and legends. Kunzari tricked Calcrontid into storing the might of the dragons in Jode's core. Then, the heroes of the Krajun lured them into the halls of Colossus and sealed the doors.
Right. Then the betrayer stabbed Kunzari in the back.
Yes. He murdered Kunzari and then came to this temple to gain the power to move the moons and open the way to Jode's core. You see, the path only appears at the moon gate of Anequina when the moons are aligned, as in an eclipse.
The moon priest stopped the betrayer back then.
True. But many died before they lopped off his head. The betrayer was the greatest warrior of his day. If it comes to a battle, it will not be an easy one. There is an apparatus in the sanctuary, linked to the larger moon gate. That is what we seek.
You deal with the apparatus, I'll take care of the
We
betrayer.
are about to enter the place where the betrayer faced his greatest failure. Where he died at the hands of the remaining heroes and moon priests. We must make sure history repeats itself.
Do you have any advice on fighting him?
The shade of Anequina darkens with rage whenever I think about him. Even before his betrayal, she detested the man. He was vain, proud, a great sword fighter, but full of ego and hubris. Perhaps that is his weakness, his pride.
Alright, let's go fight the betrayer. Beat his ass! And bring back the Cadwell we know and love.
Too late! Fools! Not end. I'm going to share the power with the dragons. Magnanimous! You my portals! Good! You my portals confuse you? Good! My portals confuse you? Good!
Something is wrong. I cannot stop the eclipse.
The betrayer did something to the apparatus. The moons cannot hear my plea.
You can't stop the eclipse?
No. The betrayer has set the moons in motion, and they will not answer to my song. There is nothing to stop the dragons from using the moon gate of Anequina to reach Jode's core.
So Eylswere is doomed.
Not yet. This apparatus moves the moons, but the moon gate of Anequina creates the portal to Jode's core. Luckily, I sent forces there to defend it from the dragons. We will join them. But first, the memories tell me we have one more task here.
What do we need to do?
Anequina's memories show me how she once used the Dragonhorn. The combat Dragonhorn you gave me. It needs to be energized, have its power restored. Activate the nearby temple relic, and I will charge the Dragonhorn.
I'll activate it then.
Anequina, Cadwell, John, and Jode. All of it into the Dragonhorn.
A dip in cold hard is refreshing, pleasant, and I'm fit as a fig tree. Now, where's the evil me? Where is the fiend? Let me at him. I returned as soon as I could to help you give the betrayer a good threat.
The betrayer has been destroyed, but what about you?
Real tip, I must say. I thought the cozy confines of my beloved Cold Harbor, but I suppose it has more to do with the destruction of my other half. Well, good show. The world is saved.
Not exactly. The betrayer set the moons in motion. When they align, the dragons can reach the core.
That doesn't sound good. Let me think. If I concentrate, I can recall what was going through my despicable other self's mind. He wanted to make sure no one could stop the path from opening. He promised the dragons.
There must be a way to stop the eclipse.
I'm afraid not, at least not from here. He did something to the apparatus. It can't be used again. Khamira might be able to separate the moons, but she'd need to do it at the moon gate. She looks a little peaked, though, doesn't she?
We need to get her back to Rimmon.
I am all right. Cadwell, can we use your portal to return to Rimmon?
Of course, Khamira. It's ready.
Oh yeah!
The eclipse approaches, and with it the opening of the moon gate of Anequina. We have a short amount of time before the way to Jode's core appears. At least I am attuned, and I was able to charge the Dragonhorn.
What do we do now, Khamira?
Gareshri has already gone to the moon gate of Anequina to take charge of the forces there. We will join him shortly. Thank you for helping with my attunement, Five Claw. With you and my ancestors beside me, we will find a way to stop dragons. We stopped the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion. Soon they will align. When the eclipse occurs, the moon gate of Anequina will open and grant access to Jode's core, which is exactly what the dragons desire.
How much time do we have?
Some, but not a lot. Luckily, we anticipated the connection to the moon gate and sent Gareshri ahead with whatever forces we could spare, which was not as much as I would like. I just wish we had something else to fall back on.
What about the
The
Dragonhorn?
combat Dragonhorn is charged, but we still do not know its full capabilities. We must not waste its energy, so we will save it until absolutely necessary. We should make our way to the moon gate now. Tell our companions, it is time.
I'll gather our allies.
Our companions left the palace to wander Rimmon and consider what is to come. Find Abner Tarn, Zamorak, and Prefect Kalo. Cadwell too, if he is still around. I would like them to join us at the moon gate, but will understand if they decide not to.
Alright, so I'm thinking that we're close to finishing this, so I'm just gonna go into this until we get our next quest reward. Which we might actually be finishing Northern Eylswere soon. So who knows? Zamorak.
Quiet moments to meditate have been rare since Zamorak returned to Eylswere. This one needed some time alone, especially after helping Tharn with the dragon at the Shadow Dance ruins. But you look like one who has important news, my friend.
Khamira wants us to gather at the moon gate of Anequia.
Zamorak suspected that would be our next destination. This one noticed that the moons have shifted in the sky, moving in a way that breaks their usual pattern. The betrayer's doing, yes? At least you and Queen Khamira returned from the ruins.
The betrayer set the moons to eclipse, but we killed him, and Khamira is now attuned to the lattice.
Then we still have a chance. Zamorak has pledged his honor to Queen Khamira. He will not break that vow. This one has a purpose again, and will see it through no matter the cost. Zamorak will meet you at the moon gate, my friend.
I'll see you there.
Queen Khamira, attuned to the lunar lattice. Zamorak never expected to see such a miracle in his lifetime. This one prays that it will be enough when we stand against the dragons.
Wine used to rejuvenate me after periods of intense exertion and spellcasting. Now I can barely taste the stuff. A good thing too. Khajiiti wine is cloyingly sweet, like drinking candied plums boiled in moon sugar. I presume you have news?
Khamira wants us to gather at the moon gate of Anequia.
The moon gate? A noble but futile proposition, I fear. The Khajiit should pack up and flee while they still can. Let the Alliance armies deal with this. Show them some fights are more important than deciding whose posterior best fits the Ruby Throne.
Are you suggesting we give up, Tharn?
No. Just pondering other options. Too much of what we're facing was the inadvertent result of my actions or the actions of my family. Dragons, Euraxians, necromancers. The responsibility falls to me, and balance must be restored.
So you're still with us?
Would you stand a chance otherwise? Without my arcane and strategic insights, anything you try is destined to fail. I won't have that on my conscience. Now, allow me to finish this sickeningly sweet inebriant, one last indulgence before the end.
I'll see you at the Moon Gate.
By the way, I believe I understand the purpose of the dragon horn. After much consideration, the use and function of the ancient instrument has become clear. The Dragon Guard were clever, I'll say that for them.
So you know how to use the horn?
Theoretical knowledge isn't the same as practical experience, but I believe I understand the fundamentals of its operation. The Dragon Guard prepared a horn taken from a massive dragon and engraved it with arcane runes, giving it astonishing power.
So the dragon horn is actually a dragon's horn?
Oh yes, I'm fairly certain of that. And I found historical references indicating the Guard gifted such relics to Caitians. For the action, you see. The one you created was originally in Rimond, was moved to the sanctuary.
So how do we use it?
We have neither the time nor resources to move the large relic, but the small horn you brought back, it's called a combat horn, by the way, was designed to be carried into battle. Once charged with energy, its sound weakens dragons.
Khamira charged the horn at the Shadow Dance Temple.
One problem solved then. The next is sheer age. This ancient combat horn is exceedingly fragile. I'm not sure how many times we can sound the horn before it disintegrates into dust. For that reason, I suggest we save it until we absolutely need it.
Wise man, Tharn is.
Hello, come to partake in a before-the-battle cleansing? I find it prudent to make myself pristine prior to the start of a slaughter. In my experience, the subsequent blood and gore adheres much better to a well-laundered body.
Khamira wants us to gather at the Moon Gate.
The Moon Gate? I hope to wash away the memories of the betrayer, and some stenches can't be removed with soap and water. I'm sorry I made the moons move, my friend. Sorry I helped the dragons.
That was the betrayer, Cadwell, not you.
But before I became the gallantly gaunt, soul-shriven form you see today, I was the betrayer. I originally did all the terrible deeds that led us to this place. I'm rather ashamed. Dash it all.
So help us fix this, Cadwell. Help us stop the dragons from reaching the core.
Yes, of course. That was my plan all along. Make up for my past atrocities by helping the nice cat people defeat the evil dragons, just like the hero I was before I became the betrayer. Tally-ho! I'll head to the Moon Gate now and meet you there.
I'll see you at the
As
gate.
nice as these facilities are, I miss the boiling plasm pools of Cold Harbor. Hot enough to melt the skin right off your bones. What an invigorating sensation.
Won't the water rust your armor?
And your point is?
Cadwell always makes me laugh. Oh, there he is. He wasn't loaded in.
The quiet moments between battles. I like to spend the time catching up on my reading. History, military strategy, recipe books. My secret pleasure is a good mystery, though. And the new Investigator Veil is a real page-turner.
Khamira wants us all to gather at the Moon Gate of Anequia.
I've been waiting for the order to move out. I sent most of the Cygnus irregulars on ahead with Gareshri, but a small contingent remained here in case our earlier guess was wrong. I assume events in the ruins confirmed our theory?
Yes, I killed the betrayer, but not before he set the moons in motion to open the gate.
Understood. We need to defend the Moon Gate and stop the dragons from using it when it opens. Keep them from reaching Jode's core. Well, at least now we have a mission. And just hope the Khajiit can get over their aversion to working with my troops.
Has there been much trouble integrating your forces with the Khajiit?
Queen Euraxia's tyranny made the Khajiit wary. I don't blame them for that. I just want to show them that not all Imperials are tyrants, that they can trust at least a few of us. It will come, as long as we don't turn on each other first.
I'll see you there at the Moon Gate. Looks like there's an active dragon down by the Moon Gate, but we can avoid that. Probably be better if we went across the bridge over here. Or not. I'm keeping my eye out for that dragon, because I know it's on the way. Oh, apparently they already killed the damn thing. Well, that's good for us. Dragons in ESO, they're nothing to fuck with. Unless you have an army or a dragon horde. Okay, so now it's saying it's below. Let's see, there should be a way through somewhere. Thinking we have to take the long way and go this way through the canyon.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Alright, so it's up there. Let's go grab that way shrine.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Open sesame.
It appears everyone has
Eclipse
arrived.
is an
Report
eerie
completed,
sight,
Kalo
but
5 o'clock.
the moons come together and the sky grows dark. Ominous, isn't it? And strangely beautiful. Where are the dragons, though? And the remaining Euraxians? I assumed they would have started their push for the Moongate by now.
Are we ready for this?
As ready as we can be. The Khajiit militia and the Cygnus have taken defensive positions along the path up to the Moongate, and whatever siege weapons we could get our hands on are set to repel the dragons.
So you think we can stop the assault?
Not a chance. We only hope to slow them enough to give Tharn and Khamira the time they need to stop the Moongate from or find a way to shut it if all else fails. If the dragons don't reach its core, we win. Wait, what's that noise?
You hear something?
Dragons, go join Queen Khamira. I'll take charge down here.
Marat will go with you.
Get those and ready the ballistic. Move it, soldiers!
Time for reckless audacity and daring do.
Euraxians. The wall has been breached. Here they come. Prepare yourself. More soldiers. Take them down. The path is clear. We need to reach Queen Khamira. No! Master. Gareshri still breathes, but his injuries are serious. He needs a healer. In the meantime, Zamarak knows what he must do.
What do you mean, Zamarak?
With Gareshri injured, someone else must take command of this position. Make sure the Euraxians and the dragons encounter enough resistance to slow them down. That task now falls to Zamarak.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, my friend. This is Zamarak's chance to finally atone for his past mistakes. Wait, what is this? The dragon horn. This one doesn't know why Gareshri was carrying this. But you must take it and reach the Moon Gate. Queen Khamira needs you.
I'll guard the dragon horn and join up with Khamira. Good luck.
Go. Now, Five Claw.
I've got these hooligans on trout. Let's get to Africa before the moon's completely alive. Won't hold much longer.
You have it! Use it! Quick! Quick!
See how the moons align with the ancient gate. The lattice opens a path to Jode's core. But how did you get the dragon horn? Where's Gareshri? And why are the sounds of battle so close? Did the Euraxians overrun our defenses?
Gareshri was injured and the dragons breached the walls, allowing the Euraxians to win.
Gareshri? Hurt? And the Euraxians behind our defenses? This is not good. Not good at all. Well, we still have the dragon horn. At least until the power runs out or the fragile relic falls apart. Ah, I just wish the moons would move for me.
I thought the attunement gave you the power to move the moons.
The power, yes. But not the knowledge and experience. I will continue to try to move the moons and close the gate. But you will need to keep the Euraxians from taking this position. I am counting on you, Five Claw.
I'll guard the moon gate, Queen Khamira. whatever.
Dragon horn. Five Claw, we stand sacred plane of Jode. The dragons went down into the processional. They seek to breach Jode's core.
What is this place?
From the memories I absorbed at the Shadow Dance Temple, Anequina and the Moon Priests came here to honor the moons and set them on their way after their sacred joining. This is also where she helped Kunzari hide the dragon's power.
I don't understand. Why would the dragons agree to give up a part of their power?
Here, on the plane of Jode, the memories become clearer with every passing moment. Kunzari was able to use Calgronti's own greed against him. The dragon sought the power of Jode's core from the beginning, but Kunzari offered him even more.
What did Kunzari offer Calgronti?
He offered a way to combine the natural power of Jode's core with the mystic might of his loyal dragons. Calgronti's greed was his undoing. Now, he finally has an opportunity to steal all the stored energy for himself. We must stop him!
Then let's get down there.
Mulamnir, the vermin still pester us. Devour them. As you say,
Yes?
Okay, why we have a little breather.
Avoid Mulamnir as best you can.
Jode's core is close. I can feel it.
Mulamnir, Calgrontide, and Jode's core. Are you ready for this, Khamira?
Open sesame.
Calgrontide is absorbing Jode's core. As long as the moons remain aligned, the power flowing through him is unimaginable.
Get me to that platform, Tarn. I can separate the moons using the altars. You must deal with Mulamnir Fiveclaw. I will divert whatever energy I can into the Dragonhorn, but use it sparingly.
You dare to face me, Northman? Little insect.
My shield, or the dragon shout will kill you!
Source G.B. Angry pest! aura, now!
Sus!